Hello everyone! Welcome back to the stream! And welcome back to some more Lies of P. My friends, the best day of the week is upon us. The glorious Monday, the amazing Monday, the day we will finally be back and able to stream again and play some video games. Cutie and Stress Test, hello to you both, and thank you so much for tuning in. Happy 15th day of Pride, bitches. I am back again, dying in the Swedish summer heat while still looking fabulous. Grab your glitter and enjoy me and bake for 12 minutes. Amazing company. When you said enjoy me for a second, I was like, okay, where are we going with this? But thank you so much for tuning in, Cutie, and happy 15th day of Pride to you as well. And if I understand things correctly, you are now currently off school, right? As in, the only thing you have to do, based on my own experiences from back when I was a wee teenager, the only thing you need to do is just relax, have fun, and do basically whatever you want. Do you have heat? I've been freezing for 3 days now. Freezing? I mean, dude, I more strongly relate to you, Stress Test, because it's raining quite heavily here. But I wouldn't describe it as freezing. And family friendly G, hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you today on this glorious Monday? Hopefully, you're eager. You're hungering for some more lies of P. I got that summer break, bitches. Oh, dude. The best feeling ever. Back in the day, when you were, like, attending high school or whatever. Like, handing in your final exercise or whatever. Your final essay. Your final exam. You did your final, like, oral presentation, you know. The final thing you did. Like, the moments after it, it cannot be described. Just pure bliss, I would say. And Ploper, what's up? I'm a hot person, not visually though. I'm ugly. Ploping in, by the way. I disagree, Ploper. I would describe you as ploping beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in, Ploper. How are you? I'm a cold person. Okay. What are you? Like a Mr. Freeze or Mrs. Freeze, I guess would be the case in your case. I found my French book. Cutie, take it from me. Every time during your summer break you find any sort of school material, just burn it, okay? It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Okay, maybe not burn it, but get rid of it as soon as you can. Doing great. Hope you're all having a lovely day. I sure am, because I have been just waiting, eager, and maybe even a bit frustrated over the fact that I can't play this damn game during the weekend. Well, I have I maybe should do this disclaimer before I keep moving on. I have played this game a little bit. As you can see, these are now my current stats. All I've been doing during the weekend is just farming some stats. Like, that's literally it. But I've realized that I put every single point into technique. And I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, because I think I've hit like a soft cap at this point. Because I like the actual physical attack damage I get out of my technique points is minuscule. Like, it's like nothing at this point. So I probably should be focusing on some other stats, but whatever. Damage, you'll always want to get damage, right? Your flatter does not work on me, for I have not shown my face. I am too cautious about showing my face on the internet. That is a viable or very valid concern to have, I would say. But given that that's the case, Proper, we are all just gonna assume that you're like the very essence of Prince Charming, okay? You are like, you are the prince in every like princess story, okay? That is the mental image we have of you now, okay? You see this weather in the game, by the way? This is the weather I'm enjoying. This is my summer. This is peak Swedish summer weather. We can always begin the streaming on the weekends. That is true. But that is opening a can of worms that I'm not sure of how to deal with. Let's put it that way. I need to remember to get off at the right stop. Okay. Let us know in how long you're gonna arrive at your stop, and we will make sure to remind you, hopefully. 59 tech at this point in the game is wild. Is it good or is it bad? I assume it's good because I've been farming like crazy. Someone say worms? Yes, Eno, and thank you so much for tuning in. Now I wonder, why would me mentioning worms make you spawn into the chat? What's the lore here? And here we have these two people again.
Ciao, Bello.
Let's see what they have to say.
You and I share a strong connection.
I wonder if these two are gonna be like a boss fight, like later on into the game.
Brick wall. That's also an alchemist.
Brother, you should say hello to your
we're gonna
friend.
fight the alchemist, by the way. That's like the last
true
thing
that
we
we are in
realized
something of a
in the
bind.
last stream is that
We're going to need to
the
consult with our
alchemists
old
are
friend.
using the petrification
You got
disease to
that right,
basically
sister.
conduct
Our pal
experiments.
is sure to help us.
Think Resident Evil,
We didn't
right?
behave that badly at his last shindig. I hope.
And we
A
are
moment, please.
supposed to stop them.
My young
think.
brother here is slowly but surely losing his very sight. His windows
Okay,
to the
they
world.
are also looking for
to
the
a
gold coin
terrible,
fruit.
slow working
It's Swedish
illness.
Midsummer on Friday. That is true.
That is why I
I'm
seek
going
the gold coin
to
fruit.
my old best friend's house.
It's
Then
set
our
to
parents are
work
friends, and they have a
and do
swimming
I
pool
ever
and a
need
bubble pool. And then maybe
The
I'm going to my
alchemists
best
give
during
us
the
just
afternoon.
enough to keep him
Dude,
going,
Zelda
but not
Cutie,
enough to kill.
you're making
And
me
never what they
nostalgic for
promise.
my own
You
childhood,
can't rely
okay?
on those crucible
Having
kissing
these
wizards.
like summer plans, just plans into
Don't
plans
make
into
that.
plans of just enjoying life.
Mm.
And hi Locust, thank you
Besides,
so much for tuning
For
in.
as
How
long
are
as
you
we
today,
wait with the
Locust?
Black Rabbit
Are you
Brotherhood
also
stand
enjoying
and
the
walked
summer
out in
weather?
one piece, it'll be as easy as eating your weight in bumble.
Yeah. All right. So these will want a
Please, the
gold
gold
coin
coin,
fruit. Yeah,
please.
we have one of these. We have plenty
We
of these,
knew
by the
you
way.
were a
So
true
I don't
friend
like
and generous.
these
That's
these
right. I
gold
liked
coin
you from the
fruits
start,
might
you know?
as well be just
Just out of
trash
feeling.
for us. Like
If
we
you felt
have
otherwise,
more
that
than
wasn't me.
enough.
Ignore
I
this one.
assume.
When he gets excited,
To be honest,
or
I don't
just
really
feels
know what
happy,
they're used
he
for,
gets
aside
chatty.
from resetting
But
your
he
stats.
really is
They might
grateful.
be valuable,
We both
and
are.
I'm just giving out
On that
out like
note,
candy.
I hate to borrow and run, but we have another request from the alchemist to take care of. So we will
alright,
I
farewell.
won't ever forget your kind. Now go.
Yeah, okay. So we're getting a beg emote as well as a new record. Oh, this is actually the first record we have obtained. I know that there are a bunch of records that we can obtain throughout the world, because you have seen the little icon whenever you're teleporting in the game, but I'm not bothered actually collecting them. But well, now we have a record. Is it good? Is it bad? What does it do? I have no idea. Literally no idea. I don't know about your area test, but Google Map tells me how many stops I have to go and warns me. Oh, that is clever.
Honestly, I didn't really expect you to bring us a damn thing in
My
yet.
plan for this vacation is either
Thank
learning
you.
to scuba dive or
Truly.
surf. Haven't
I'm
decided
not
yet,
saying
but I'm
I'm ready
leaning
to set
towards
up
surfing.
housekeeping, or
Do
that I
you
even
have
trust
like
you. But
I don't
given
know,
time,
an
I think we
ocean
could
or
become actual
whatever
friends.
close to you, Founder Fringy, so that you know you have access to waves? Because I know if I wanted to learn surfing, at least on like open waters, I would have to travel quite a bit. Y'all wanna see my okay, how do you even pronounce this word? Crochet plushies that my cousin has made for me. Yeah, sure. Just link it in Discord and we'll all take a look. Hopefully it's a plush of something we can all relate to.
You need me? I was surprised when the bell rang.
Right, so I assume we're gonna take this train
Yeah,
here to
the
the
alchemist, you
Alchemist.
say.
Yeah, exactly.
And monsters. This is a nightmare. I'm living my own nightmare. Puppets, and it is
Yeah.
their secret island. A place hidden from the world. But even
Okay,
if
so
we
we
could
don't
find
know where
it,
it is.
what about... I don't know if it even works anymore. There could still be a way. A dangerous but marvelous mode of
We
transportation.
need to find the golden
My
ergo
research, well, Pulcinella did a lot of the heavy lifting.
in the barren
Has
swamp.
led me to believe you can find one deep within.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you the details yet.
Okay, so we're going to the swamp to get the golden ergo, which in turn will allow us to find the Alchemist Isle. Good enough for me. I know what to do. Let's go and kill some monsters, claim some names. Just increase the legendary status of Pinocchio. Records at the hotel gives you humanity, same as lying. Okay, what was that? Oh, listening to records gives you humanity. Oh, wait, so you can only gain humanity through listening to records. So you won't get... Oh, what's happening? There we go. You won't get any lie points or whatever. Interesting. I wonder if that means that it is better to end up playing a truth playthrough, if that makes sense. Oh well. But before we get to the point of no return, I'm gonna make sure to like go through like different side quests and stuff like this, so that we don't really skip anything. But for now, let's just continue on. I only have 3, but still. Oh, that's more than I got. Sella cutie. In fact, you have so many that you have a couple you could give out in theory. I love to be able to not die horribly. What was that word? All right, swim. I love. Wait, Eno, you don't know how to swim. Is this true? If that's the case, I would love to hear about this story. Like, how is that even possible? Have you never been like next to a lake or a pool or something? Or am I misinterpreting what you're writing here? Right, at least we're getting a checkpoint. That's very nice.
This place is... Okay, there's no easy way to say this. It's a puppet graveyard. Humans call it an illegal dumping site. The city tried to stop it, but eventually had much bigger concerns.
One thing that really bothers me
the Grand Exhibition's horrific
is
solutions
this damn
this
voice.
part too.
This Gemini
It's just too terrible to
AI
think about.
thing that just stuck in your
Why am I
head.
thinking about it?
Like, maybe there will be a point to the voice later on, but at the moment it feels like the only thing he's good for is just giving you like some lore tidbits about every area you're entering. And it's like very different to how other FromSoft games does things. In other FromSoft games, there is a like a very distinct, I guess, lack of like dialogue. Like many new areas are just being like introduced by, I don't know, how they look. Show don't tell, you know. But this game is doing the opposite thing. It reminds me of those videos. I'm not sure if you've seen them, but you know, if X game were made by Ubisoft, or if X game was made by EA, or I don't know, if X game was made by a modern game developer, as in very handholdy, very much like explaining everything, like over-explaining things as you're moving along, stuff like that. Gemini really reminds me of that kind of design, and I'm not a big fan, to be honest. Again, I might be eating up these words later if we see that there's a point to Gemini, but at the moment he's just kind of annoying. Alright, we keep going. I'm a drowner and not a floater. So, is this by choice, I wonder? Oh crap, I should probably not open the thing. Always floated naturally, so never had to truly learn to trust the water. But good luck learning it. One floats better when having lungs full of water. I mean, you're right in the sense that when you start off like learning to swim, like the act of floating is something that doesn't really come naturally to you. Well, it didn't come to me at the very least. But then, like after a while, when you learn to swim a bit more, like the act of floating is just second nature, I suppose. As in, I don't know. It's something you don't really have to think about. It's something you just do, I guess. One assumes I'm trying to learn. I'm off. Turn it back on. At least you found your stop. Okay, let's keep moving. But I'm still very curious, because I don't think I've known any person that doesn't know how to swim. Like, I'm trying to think. I mean, of course, like a newborn won't be able to swim. That I get, but right. And I'm not hating by any means. I'm genuinely curious. Like, I'm just asking due to curiosity. It could be like, I don't know, a cultural thing. that I don't know, swimming is way more prevalent here in Sweden or whatever, and not in other places. I don't know. I'm trying to learn. I sent a picture. Okay, let's have a look. Well, wait. I can probably. I'm poisoned at the moment. So let's see if we can. Yeah, here we go. Let's remove the poison effect. There we go, and let's have a look. So this is a. These are actually really well made. So okay, so like you said that your cousin made this, right? This has to be Zelda. I don't know about these creatures, to be honest. I have literally no idea. But this has to be Zelda, right? Am I right or am I wrong? But again, really well made. Holy crap. Especially like, you even get like the tiara and stuff. I would never be able to do something like this. I've said it before, but like working with my hands is something I'm really bad at. It's not really something I'm trying to be good at either, to be honest. But I have respect for people who can actually, like, I don't know, do actual arts and crafts. I watched the horror movie Obsession this weekend. Highly recommend. I heard people say that Obsession is like essentially the best movie to come out this year. Like, it is that good. And apparently, oh, it's another clown anime. Apparently, Obsession was made by YouTubers. If I'm not incorrect, or if I'm not mistaken. Never needed to try. It's weird to me that you think it's weird. Okay, well, in that case, it might be a like a cultural thing, or like something like that. Because, like, I'm not even sure you can pass school, like middle school or whatever, in Sweden if you don't know how to swim. Like, it is something every kid is expected to learn. Like, you know, just by, I don't know, existing. Wait, does that mean then that in Romania, like, there are, you know, people just in general who just don't, you know, just don't know or learn how to swim? Like, it's not, as you said, it's not a weird thing. Okay, dead. I wrote what they are and what they're called. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, was it in Discord? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I missed a message. Mini Zelda, a dinosaur named Strawberry Nugget, and the third is a ferret called Ollivander. I see. Well, I was right about the Zelda, though. I was right. Alright, let's see if we can do the run back. I remember the clowns being kind of annoying. Well, we've only fought one clown, and that clown was annoying. So if I can avoid fighting him again, I will. This is the green guy with the sword. Oh, am I incorrect there, you know? Yes, of course. I know the most notorious classic rage bait, like the original rage bait, essentially. Backrooms are more reliant on the atmosphere, and Obsession is more reliant on the actors, in my opinion. I see, but are they similar in concept though? Because I don't know anything. I know about Backrooms. I don't know anything about Obsession. So like I have no idea like about the themes, the goals, anything really. Who expects you to learn how to swim? And it's mandatory in school. Yeah. So in PE class when you were young, like I don't know, 10 or something. If you don't know how to swim by then, they will like put you in like an extra class essentially, just to make sure that you will learn how to swim. Okay, I'm just trying to move past you. I don't want to fight. I'm a pacifist. In Poland, when I was in 3rd grade, we were sent to a swimming pool to learn how to swim. For me, it was every Tuesday. Yeah. Very similar here. As I said, like, if you manage to go through like middle school without learning how to swim, that in itself is a bit impressive. Given how much like emphasis like people or I don't know, the school system, I guess, like put into yeah, teaching you how to swim, I suppose. Did that guy just one-tap me? What? Okay, maybe it's because I was electrified, but holy crap, I did not expect that much damage. Alright, I'm just gonna run past these guys. Like, I'm not gonna worry about loot. I'm not gonna worry about anything. I'm just gonna run. I feel like that is the safest way to go about this. The result is that I'm not great at swimming, but I won't insta-drown. It's good. That's the silver lining. You won't insta-die in water. That is a good thing. And we like to relax and wait in a pool when it's hot outside, but seeing someone swim is rare AF. That is, to me, super curious. Okay, let's see if we can de-aggro this guy so we can just do a quick reset. Here everyone learns to swim in school, starting in lower school. Yeah, exactly like here, and in Poland, it seems. Okay. I'm trying to, like, okay, let me just embarrass myself here for a second and just expose my lack of geography. But I don't know, like, I know, like, in general where, like, Romania is located, but, like, not specifically. But there should be, I don't know, a coast somewhere nearby. I don't know, the Black Sea or something. So, because if it's a landlocked country, I could kind of understand it. But yeah, like, to be honest, like, if there isn't like a apparent need presented on a daily basis or whatever, then yeah, I can completely understand that is something that you deprioritize, you know, because it's literally not necessary. I don't know crap about backrooms except it's overhyped and needlessly weird. I'm not like I'm not sure if I would agree with over. I mean, is it weird? It is cryptic. It is mysterious, but I'm not sure if I would say that it's like needlessly complicated necessarily, or needlessly weird. You need to know how to swim to get a passing grade in physical education. Yeah, okay. So I remember correctly then. Right, easy peasy. Like now I feel like I'm playing Sekiro. You're just ignoring everything and just run for my life. If I'm lucky, I should be able to like lure them up here. No, I was thinking like maybe we could like kill them off one by one. Oh, here we have a special enemy. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to kill this one. Must be a sweet thing. It probably is. Probably is. Obsession is about a guy who makes a wish but doesn't phrase it in the best way. Oh. So it's essentially like, I don't know, a genie trying to screw him over or something. Don't worry, man. However bad you are at geography, I'm even worse. Is that true? I do remember in like pre-high school, like in 9th grade or something, we had to take like a test. That was essentially a video game where you just place down countries on like the world map. So like I know that there was one point in my life where I was able to like properly like point at and like I knew every single country on the map. That is of course not the case anymore. Romania has every geographic feature, mountains, plains, and sea. I see, alright, so my assumptions there was somewhat correct. Mysterious is something that can be uncovered as it's inherently interesting. Backrooms are just weird for the sake of being weird. I mean, I can't really confirm nor deny, because I'm not that knowledgeable about the backrooms. But I feel like, at least the version of the backrooms that is being made by... Kane Pixels, I'm pretty sure that there is like an actual mystery that will eventually be unfolded and reveal to, I guess, the audience when, if you know, the series is eventually done, whenever that will be. Let's see, we got an amulet that just restores HP continuously. That's not too bad, actually. I don't think it's something I would want, but it's not too shabby. Obsession sounds like a Wishmaster. When you describe it like that, you should see those, by the way. I've never even heard about Wishmaster. Maybe that's where Obsession took inspiration. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see if we can get this little piece of loot as well. Now that there's no scary clown chasing us, I feel like we can take our time to, I don't know, explore the game a bit more. But family friendly G, would you recommend Obsession over Backrooms? If you have to choose, which movie is the better one? As someone who has watched it, I wouldn't say it's overhyped or weird. The story of it is that it's trying to be close to reality, but can't get everything right. Like describing a dog to someone and asking them to draw it. And when you say it, you mean like the entity that exists in the backroom, right? But like when it comes to the backrooms though, I know that there are a lot of different versions. So that could really like mess you up. For instance, I know that there is like levels to the backrooms, but not every, I don't know, backrooms author or whatever uses levels in order to describe what's going on. For instance, the one who made the Backrooms movie, I don't think he utilizes levels at all, right? For him, the only level is the one level, I guess. The one where everything is just like yellowy beige colored, and there's like a monster somewhere. Fully depends on what type of horror movie you like. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So it's they're not really comparable then. Well, aside from both being horror movies, I guess.
The terms of the bargain.
I wrote Backrooms off as Gen Alpha
Well,
crap.
I care about those
I wouldn't.
anyway.
Oh,
But there are limits.
oh, this is the boss merchant. I was wondering where they moved this guy. All right, but here he is.
How do you do? It's quite odd that we should meet in.
Oh,
place
and also
like this.
off stream, I got a
Oh,
quest
don't
to
pretend
talk to this guy.
surprised that
So
I got here
maybe I'll
before
be
you.
able to
After
do this
all,
quest now.
I can elude the darkest monsters, the loftiest beings. In fairness, I do benefit from your prowess as well. I shall tell you. They say a terrible monster lives on the cliff at the end of the swamp. It behaves like a crow, gathering shiny things.
I get the
I have
feeling that
absconded
he's
with
describing
treasures
the
from its lair.
next boss
Rare
fight.
parts and weapons, worthy of a hero. That catch your interest? You're a worthy hunter, and it is worthy.
Sure. Swamp
You're a
monster.
worthy
Yeah,
hunter.
yeah, absolutely. We'll fight it. But first, let's see actually what we can do with the champion Ergo. So we have a blue blade or a arm of God amulet. OMG, I'm home. Welcome home, Mr. Estes. Both in spirit, as in you're here in the chat, which could also be your home, but also your actual physical home. Welcome home. Alright, so the Arm of God amulet temporarily increases physical damage upon a successful attack. Interesting. So this is like an amulet that makes you better at dealing damage the more you deal damage, essentially. And here we have a great sword, Frozen Feast. I mean, I'm not a big fan of great swords. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not sure about the Frozen Feast. I mean, based on just the description, I think that the amulet is what I want to go for. Even though I don't think I'm gonna use the amulet that much either. But you know, is Wishmaster also a horror movie? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the amulet. I'm gonna call with my friends. Tell them Mad Save said hello. Now we need to pee and then I'm gonna eat. Alright! I mean, you can do both of those things at the same time, you know? Save some be a bit more efficient in your day-to-day life. That's a tip that you can get for free from me, Stress Test. I'm nothing if not generous. Let's keep going. So we're looking for the swamp monster, it seems. I hope no Gen Alpha watched the movie. There's some creepy scenes in there for sure. At the theaters, the youngest I saw was like 16 or 18. What would be considered Gen Alpha crap? As in, like, for instance, Skibidi Toilet. Would that be Gen Alpha, or is that Gen Z, or is that... Maybe that's not even applicable when it comes to this definition. What the hell is that? Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Do not take the food to the bathroom. But think about the time you're saving. Brain rot Gen Alpha. Yeah, like Skibidi Toilet, right? Or am I wrong? And the funny thing about that is that I assume you are Gen Z, Memory of Energy. Well, I'm almost convinced that you are. I remember when Gen Z was the I don't know the brain rot generation, but I guess that just goes down every time a new generation spawn. Like the newest generation is always the brain rot generation. And now I regret not calling it earlier. I was about to compare it backrooms to Skibidi Toilet. All right. All right, Stress says you don't have to take my advice, but at least now you know. To be honest, though, I wouldn't eat on the toilet either. So why did you almost think I was Gen Alpha? I mean, I know you're in school. But because you're also on summer break, right? And if you're in school, you're young. At least in my limited mind. Okay, so there's like a mortar shooting at us. Let's take a little gander here. Big ass cannon up there that's shooting rockets, missiles, and stuff. Okay, let's just run. Worse in your opinion, Terrifier 3 or Human Centipede? I have no idea what. Well, I guess I know what the Human Centipede is, even though I've not seen that movie or those movies. You know, not killing every enemy in the damn game makes it so much more enjoyable. Who makes you want to throw up more? Are those the kinds of movies you like to see if I'm in Energy? Ooh. New weapon. So wait, this was a big one. And you see that the pommel there is a hand. It's a bit of a morbid weapon. I tend to not like these like super heavy weapons. I mean, yeah, this isn't for me. I can already tell. All right, so the cannon is dead. But there's no way to progress from here. All right, let's just head back down and see what's up. I grew up in the age of unfiltered internet. Ogrish, live leak, and so on. So you're saying that whatever the world can throw at you, at this point you have seen it all. My stomach turns at the idea of Human Centipede, and I haven't even watched it. I think that's the idea, right? And I don't want to watch that movie because I know that's the goal, right? That's the intent. To just take like a very awful, horrific idea and you like turn it into real life. Well, as much as you can, at least with a movie. I can't say I'm a fan either of the general concept. just tried to make me feel uncomfortable. All right. I guess you have like some sort of superpower that, in a way, think about something happening to your family. Unless you're heartless, then it should make you uncomfortable. That's a fair point. But it shouldn't necessarily like gross him out, right? It shouldn't be like necessarily be something that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, gross you out. And Arnie, hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you today, Arnie, on this glorious Monday? We're talking about horror movies. Specifically, like, gross horror movies. Do you have, like, any favorite horror movie? These guys are really quite tough. I'm good, but I might be addicted. Wait, I addicted? Addicted to what?
Wow, so they do exist. Other puppets like me not bound by the Grand Covenant. I thought I was forever alone. Without the Covenant, my kind hates me. Monsters, humans, puppets.
We've never heard about the Covenant
all
before,
hate me.
but I assume the Covenant is like, I don't know, the
want to be
hive mind,
friends
maybe?
with humans.
That controls all the puppets.
If I learn how to feel, would that be possible? If you tell me how, I'll return the favor. Hello, my only friend.
Teach how to clap.
Clapping is the mimicry.
Alright, so
of
there is
your
actually a
heart.
point in this game to gather
It's good to feel
emotes.
alive.
Because then you can like show them to the broken puppet and yeah, and then you get
Hello, my
stuff.
only friend. I see now. House, I may not be able to cry, but
Nice. Alright. Alright, I'll be sure to at least try to remember to get back there. I started playing Brawl Stars again after like 5 years. Brawl Stars? Is that like a oh, what's it called? Like a Super Smash kind of game, or is it something else? Game is so addicting. Maybe it's just the nostalgia. I mean, sometimes you do come across a game that really like hooks you for hours. Like a multiplayer game that I've not yet gotten tired of is, for instance, Dark Tide. For those of you who have played like Left 4 Dead before, it's like one of those games. Really fun. Really addictive as well. He support you. I went from 21k trophies to 28 in the last 2 days. All right, are you becoming pro? Is that what we're hearing? All right, so we have these big ass robots before. We have seen those before. These are like called I don't know, the perfect puppets or whatever. Let's not worry about killing them. I did miss a couple of loot there, but whatever. Random question, Arnie. You just entered the chat. Do you know how to swim? Yes or no? And beware of the rocks when entering the ravine. Okay, I assume someone is gonna drop something on us. Because I've recently learned that it might not be a given that everyone just learns how to swim, which is like a very, I guess, like low-key bigoted Swedish opinion or belief, I guess, I've had up until now. I quit a while ago because I got bored of it, but I haven't played for so long and there's so much change it feels fresh. But that's good, right? And do you have to know how to? I haven't actually tried. Interesting. I mean, you don't have to, of course. Like, if you haven't been in a situation where you have to swim, then of course you don't have to know how to swim. But we were just discussing a bit earlier that in some countries, for instance my country, learning how to swim is like literally required of you to like pass school. Well, today we have learned that that is not always the case. Which is good, because you learn something new every day. And today, at least I have learned something. Here we see paradise. Zombies and puppets living together. Holding hands, side by side. Embracing a new dawn. Okay, we drop down here. Dude, this reminds me of Blighttown a little bit. At least like the vertical design. A whole new world for Leyland. Yes, exactly. And today I learned the Force Young Sweetlings swim in school. Yes, that is indeed true. And little vodka sipping Polish kittens. Wait. As a kid in Poland, do you get served vodka? I mean, I'm sure you as a kid would be able to get hold of like alcohol in some way, shape, or form. I mean, when I was a teenager, I'm pretty sure I could like figure out how to get like hands on alcohol, right? But it would be frowned upon. I'll put it that way. It would be frowned upon. I'm contemplating buying the game Marathon. Has anyone played it? Is it any fun? I don't know much about Marathon, except that it's been compared to Concord. If you remember that game, Concord. Concord was like one of the most baffling flops in terms of video games that has recently come out. And I've heard Marathon being described as essentially the next Concord, which is anything but glaring. Oh, I see someone there. I don't know, glaring compliments or recommendations. Another clue. Speaking of school stuff, my youngest is finishing her first year this week, and how does that make her feel? Does she feel like she likes school? As in, like, is it something that actively teaches her stuff? Does she feel like she gets something out of it? In Poland, underage drinking is easy as hell, and also common. Not common for early teens, but way more common for late teens. I see. I will say it is very common here as well. I'm not sure I would say that it is easy necessarily, but very doable. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. Let's put it that way. Like, every game is a clone nowadays, though. Is it a clone of a good game, at least? you know, that is... It's not wrong what you're saying. Like, every game is essentially just a derivative of a game that has come before, right? But it is like low-key kind of sad to think about, right? Okay, there we go. I wanted the chest. Let's see if this was worth it. But yeah, again, I don't know much about Marathon. It's like a shooter. It might be an extraction shooter. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's not my cup of tea. It's not something I have paid attention to. So I guess I'm not the person to ask. And my question is, if you don't know how to swim, do you like sink in the water or what? That is a good question, because I know how to swim, right? And we talked about it before, like, damn it. For me, like, floating is like second nature when I'm in water. It's like I don't have to consciously think about it. But if you don't know how to swim and you're just clawing at the water, like, I don't think you would drown. Maybe you would. Like, I don't know. Would you drown? If you don't know how to swim, you don't know how to float, would you just die? Because, I mean, like a dog, for instance, they don't learn how to swim, but they can, like, I don't know, stay afloat and do, like, dog swimming, I suppose. And in a way, you just get by. Like, couldn't a human do something similar, I wonder? She likes it so far. My youngest is 2. I met the oldest. She turned 7 last week. I see. But that's good. That's good. we have talked a bit about school before, and not everyone is, you know, I guess likes the rigorousness, the structure of school, which is understandable, and is absolutely not a sign of, I don't know, lack of intelligence or anything like that. But you can also get a lot of joy out of school as well if you do enjoy it. And yeah, it seems that you're having a good time, which is very good to hear. And Dunebuggle, yo, what's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. How are you doing on this glorious Monday? And Dunebuggle, I don't know where you're from, but I'm starting to like build a database at the moment of people or countries where you are taught how to swim in middle school. So my question to you is, do you know how to swim? It's like a Souls-like game. The most important thing is not to panic, but everybody panics. Very apt description of learning how to swim. I have literally walked into a store, grabbed 2 bottles of vodka, paid, and left. And I assume, well, I know, I guess you're underage, so yeah.
Ah, this must be quite an
We have
urgent
an
patient
doctor.
to seek out my humble abode. You are still breathing. I must treat you quickly. Grant
this is
cannot
a
have
stalker
any
fight.
more
Alright,
live
stalker fight.
patients.
If you're looking
Trust
for unique
me,
games nowadays,
it's
you
better
have
this
to look
way.
for indies.
It's
AAAs
far
are clones of
nobler
older
to
games
die
nowadays.
as a human.
Alright, fighting time. What was it like when you first tried swimming?
And if
sir?
you're not
I'm also
alive,
quite
then
heavy,
you
some
must
might
be
say.
dead. That's just logic.
Being heavy, I don't think have anything to do with sinking or not, because you can float on the fat, if that makes sense, or the muscles for that matter. But I don't remember what it was like the first time I went swimming, because it was a while ago. Let's put it that way. It was a while ago. But I do remember, like, when I was like, I don't know, 5 or something. My version of swimming was more of, you know, as Dunebuggle put it, just panicking. Essentially panic rolls. But swimming version. If you don't know how to swim, you're likely going to fail, which will not end well. But you're going to sink erratically. Yeah, I guess as you're flailing, yeah, like some of your movements will make it so that you're like semi-floating, if nothing else. You can't graduate school in Hawaii if you don't know how to swim. Are you from Hawaii? But that I could completely understand, because Hawaii is just a collection of islands, right? You're. I feel like if you don't know how to swim living in Hawaii, I feel like you are like living in mortal danger on like a daily basis, essentially. Alright. That was a cool like dodge attack. Really nice. Never seen that before.
In my judgment as a doctor, all should end while they're still humans.
When they're still humans. I wonder if that means that humans are considered to be, or puppets are considered to be humans before they turn.
Adelina.
Alright, thank you, Owl Doctor, for the stalker fight. Let's move on. There is a site out there that shows actual footage of public swimming pools, actual people drowning. The task is to spot the drowning people before the lifeguard notices and rescues them. Fair point, and I guess that answers my question. What happens if someone goes swimming not knowing how to swim? They drown. Hence the need for lifeguards. So my little theory there about, I don't know, dog swimming or something is was very naive. I suppose. There isn't even any streaming. I guess your lungs is filled with water, right? Or at least your mouth. So you're not really able to communicate the fact that you're struggling. Let's see if we can return to where we were without actually dying. You know, the fact that we died here was actually not that bad, because that means that we didn't miss that boss fight. Well, if there are other things that would surprise me as a Swede from wherever you guys are living, please let me know, because I find this interesting. Right, so they are dropping. Oh, okay, so it's just a continuous barrage of boulders. For some reason I thought there was only gonna be one, but that was not the case. All right, 130 deaths. Punishment time. Starting off with the best of the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Here we go. I'm gonna do a backflip over that. Imagine there is a way to actually do a backflip in this game, and I just haven't found it yet. Or even better, every time you've told me to backflip in any video game, what if there's actually been a way to actually do a I know I'm supposed to do like every single boss fight, but let's not worry about the puppet of the future for now, because we have already killed one of these guys before, and they are annoying to kill. I guess I can always come back here later. Because I assume all the puppets of the future are identical to each other. Which, I mean, I could be wrong on that, I suppose. Maybe if you get them down to 50%, they join together and create a massive puppet of the future. Wait, is that true? if that's true, I low-key wanna see it. that would be awesome. That I could get behind, absolutely. Okay, we'll see if I die again, and we'll be able to fight them. Ah, I see. Alright, let's at least try to not die here. You have quite a long time to react to the boulder, that's good. Let's see. Are you guys, I mean, I know some of you are currently enjoying like a summer break. How many of you are still working? And are you in like a similar boat as I am? As in you're basically just counting the last couple of days before your own vacation starts. Assuming you're actually gonna like take time off or whatever during the summer. I guess that's another thing that might be a bit weird in Sweden, because I might be lying here, but I'm pretty sure you are, like, employers are legally obligated to offer you like some time off during the summer specifically. As in, you can't employ people if this is something you can't offer them. And again, I could be completely lying here, because I'm not entirely sure if that is correct. But I'm pretty sure I've heard about that before. So that little loot glowy thing is obviously bait. I am not going for that at all. Oh shoot. Maybe I should. Oh man. That was not my intention to fall down there. I think we're done with the boulders. Here we go. Okay, if nothing else, we have a shortcut now, so I feel somewhat safe in engaging whatever this guy is. Oh, it's not one of these barriers. We have fought at least one of these guys before. Oh no. Ha! The Trident is like the best weapon in the damn game. At least I've not found a weapon I like more. It is so damn good. It's like does everything I would ever want from a weapon. Long range, loads of damage, but I guess that like the range part specifically is what's really is appealing to me. You can outrange almost every single enemy in the game, which is so amazing. Why did you just grind levels in the weekend? At the moment, that a very fair question. At the moment, I don't really have a game I like playing on stream. Technically, I have a Greedfall 2 save file. I'm like low-key like working on beating, but like I'm not super excited in playing that game. I'm not sure why. I mean, it started off quite well, I will admit, but I don't know. It's shit. But maybe it was just a start. I don't know. It didn't keep me hooked. So in that case, well, given that's the case, I've been, I don't know, just wanting to play something. This is a game I really like playing, Lies of P. But I can't make progress off stream, right? That would be bad. So the only thing I can really do is just farm attributes or ergo and to spend on attributes. But I feel like I'm low-key making progress playing that way as well, because at least the game will be somewhat easier whenever I do get to play it on stream, right? In theory. And as a person who has played like MMORPGs before, sometimes I find the act of grinding resources to be low-key kind of soothing. It's almost like therapy. Well, not therapy, but like meditation, I guess. It's just you put some music on, or well, either that or I don't know, you listen to a podcast or like a video essay or something on your other monitor, and then you just have something to do with your hands as you're listening to something else. And I don't know, I like it. I really do. I really do. It might be weird, but it's something I enjoy doing. It's actually kind of similar to how I played Silksong. But the annoying thing about Silksong is that in that game you're low-key required to farm. Because if you don't farm resources in that game, you won't be able to get your needle upgrades or stuff like that. So it's like it's low-key very important. What is this? It's a like a signpost that has been turned into a halberd. All right. Someone wants a hug. Okay, can we fight these guys in a way that won't result in us just dying. This is also a weapon I could definitely get behind. Long range, decent damage. Absolutely. How about of the next boss you switch to that boss's boss weapon? It's in my top 3 for base game for sure. So you also try something other than the trident. Dude, I can absolutely get behind that idea. Absolutely. The thing about boss weapons in this game is that you don't really know which boss weapon is worth it, if that makes sense. Because you don't really know what the boss weapons actually offer you ahead of time, right? Whereas you know immediately what the amulet effect is, because it's literally like put there in the tooltip, like in the description, right? So it always feels a bit more risky, I guess, grabbing the boss weapon as opposed to the amulet. Alright, so this is obviously a grab enemy. I mean, the Fable Art was fine, I suppose. No! Oh well. But something I've also noticed, and this is not like specifically Lies of P, but every time you play a Souls game where you have like an upgrade system, you're always like low-key kind of biased towards the weapon you have upgraded, because you have spent so many resources to get the weapon to a good point. But also you will obviously always get a downgrade in terms of your raw damage number output whenever you switch weapons to a weapon that you haven't upgraded. So for instance, the halberd we just got, it might be a better weapon than the trident, at least for me, because it's definitely like my type of weapon. But again, just in terms of pure damage numbers, like the trident will always beat it out because I've upgraded it. And hello, Grudge, yo, what's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. How's it going? How's this Monday treating you? We're fighting the future. Also, hello, everyone. Wait, what does that mean? We're fighting the future. Maybe it's a comment on the stream title that I don't quite understand. You know me. It said Puppet to Future. I see. Apparently, in this world, those big-ass robots we just ran across, they are supposed to be the future of puppet people. I don't know. So yeah, we are indeed fighting the future. But we have already fought these kinds of enemies before. That is why I'm just running past those specific enemies. I mean, I might just go back and kill them later, but for now, I feel like better done that. Grunge, random question. Do you know how to swim? I've been learning new things about the world today in regards to swimming. So I'm curious. I can only swim if I can see the bottom. Interesting. Am I correct then in assuming that when you went to school, like, I don't know, in middle school or something, they didn't like teach you how to swim, essentially? Because in some countries, such as here in Sweden, it is like literally required of you as a child in school to learn how to swim. Like, it's not something you can just skip. But now I've learned, like, I've been yeah, I guess today's years old when I learned that this is not always the case. So like I'm trying to like map out which countries this does not apply to. Swimming was never taught in school. Okay, well there we go. There we go. Increase max stamina. Decent. I mean, to me this is like a very alien concept, but of course I am very biased by my limited Swede brain, right? So I wouldn't be surprised, and Eno said as much, right? That it's equally as alien to have kids be forced to learn how to swim. But we learn things about each other here. Knowledge gained. It's a good thing, right? Asia is very different. If it's a flood, I'm dying first. The self-awareness gives you credit, Grudgy. But maybe I should be concerned about you so, I don't know, nonchalantly, willingly just accepting this fact. At some point I will get over the fear of not seeing the bottom. Oh, is that the thing that's holding you back, as it were? So it's not like, I don't know, the difficulty of learning how to swim that's keeping you back, but instead the fear of the unknown, so to speak. Well, now I want you to play Subnautica if you haven't before. Because that particular fear you're describing right now, that particular fear is being exploited in Subnautica, and let me tell you, the game does a really good job in making you really scared about the ocean. Oh, what's happening here?
Whoa! An earthquake! That came from the direction of Krot Central Station. Oh, this could be bad, pal. Really bad.
Wait. Krot Central Station. Wait, anyone in chat at the moment that's knowledgeable when it comes to Lies of P? Have I just passed the point of no return? Where we started the game? Or have I done something bad now? Because if that's the case, maybe I should actually stop and start moving back. I'm not sure. I used to be afraid of diving. And when you say diving, do you mean like the act of diving into water, or just, you know, I don't know, snorkeling or something like that, or going like scuba diving? If you mean like the act of diving, you know, head first, then I'm right there with you, Ploper. It took a while for me to learn that crap. I will say though, maybe we should get some more help. Being a wrestler is probably a really good way to like deal with that kind of fear. Maybe we should actually look at the starting area of the game and see if something has changed due to the earthquake. I did jump off a 6-meter cliff into a 3-degree stream in Iceland and had to swim to shore before it could take me to the Pacific Ocean. Wait, that is confusing to me. Because jumping from a 6-meter height, that's not nothing. That is quite a... Well, but maybe that's not weird actually. So, in that case, I'll interpret it as this. Grudge, you do not have a fear of heights. So, like, jumping from a high distance, that is like easy peasy, lemon squeezy for you. But it's, you know, not seeing the bottom specifically that trips you up. Alright, so nothing has changed here. Alright, so that's good. Just being underwater, like having my head underwater. Ah, you see, I see. Do you like, I don't know, get like a panicked sensation then? Of like not being able to breathe? I don't think I've experienced that before, Ploper, but to me it sounds to be like a very like reasonable thing to be afraid of. I don't think so, but my brain does hurt after studying last week, so I can't really trust it. Well, we did check it out at the very least. There's something we can do here, so let's go here as well. Alright, so nothing has changed in the starting area of the game, which is good. That means that we can continue on progressing without fear of missing any content. Fear of heights. No fear of heights, but as soon as I look into water and not see the floor, I start fearing for my life. I see. It's not an uncommon fear. Absolutely not. It's not something I can relate to. Let's see if we can talk to him. Yeah, because the Eugenie. Eugenie? Yeah, Eugenie's glove. This is something, a quest item we got earlier.
What's this? A gift.
Oh, technically I got off stream.
From a technician girl. I don't remember. I've saved so many of the common people.
I got over it a couple of years ago.
Thank her, I suppose.
That's the thing with all fears. You can always like learn to overcome them.
Dear.
But that's not necessarily a good thing.
They don't even fit.
There is a very like
my God, I never did.
Actual, true biological purpose of being afraid of
Never
things.
mind. I thought you had better taste than this. How disappointing. Get these rags out of my sight.
Right, he did not.
You're a worthy hunter.
He did not like the glove. All right, whatever. Not my problem. He had a very like kind of low-key aggressive response to that quest. I wonder why. Might is a bit. Yeah, get these rags out of my sight. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a weird thing to say, is it not? Well, we can't really do anything with him for now, but it's an interesting thing to note, if nothing else. Right, there was another NPC here that we can talk to. Okay, I don't think we have met this person before.
There must be some way to
I mentioned it before, but
Aladora would know.
I love talking about it. I'm a pro wrestler on the side. It's something I do on my free time, which I enjoy very much. And one thing about wrestling that you like every single wrestler has to learn is to get rid of that fear or certain types of fear. For instance, fear of falling. Whenever you fall, you usually want to, I don't know, protect yourself by I don't know, putting out your hands and stuff like that. That is something you actively train to get rid of when doing wrestling, because that's not how you like take a bump, as it's called in this sport, if you can even call it a sport. And the same goes for like many other moves. When it comes to, well, wrestling, you need to learn to get over your fear, but that's not necessarily a good thing, right? Because it makes sense. If you're falling, you should, I don't know, pick up your arms, your feet, do something to protect yourself. Getting rid of that automatic reaction is not good for your I don't know, long-term health. Have you bungee jumped, Seven? I have not.
Hey, are you a treasure hunter too?
If you would have asked me like,
I don't know,
5 years ago if I ever would want to go bungee jumping, I would say no.
I'm not a thief or anything.
Like, straight up, no, absolutely not. My fear of heights would just
You wouldn't happen to know a treasure hunter
on the
named
spot. I would just get a
Aladora,
heart
would you?
attack. Okay?
I'm a big
but
fan.
now I think I would be able to do it.
I plan my expeditions to follow Aladora's
I would be
traces,
scared. I would
This
scream.
lock has me at a dead end.
But I think I would be able to get
wanted
through
to
it.
explore the Hermit's Cave.
Have you bungee jumped?
All I can do is keep plugging away. If you come back by, say hello. Maybe I'll get this place open.
Do it this summer.
Life is all I can do.
No time like the present. I mean, you're both correct. But I feel like I need some more motivation other than I don't know, just do it. I still am. Oh, this is actually a boss arena. Very cool. I still am quite scared of heights. I'm not gonna lie. +1 and someone have to take a video. Oh boy. Can I do it in a video game? Like GTA 5. Let's play GTA 5 and then I can do a bungee jump. I don't even know if that's a feature, but that will work, right? Alright, boss time. Spider? No. Well, this is definitely the swamp beast that were described to us. So this should drop the golden ergo, which should allow us to get to the Alchemist Island. Or Isle of Alchemist, whatever it's called. VR video game. Yeah, would that work? An acceptable compromise. I like the eyes. They weren't really eyes, to be honest. Green monster of the swamp. Yeah, very apt description. Okay, we do quite a lot of that. Alright, so it blurs. Okay. Works according to me. The spaghetti monster! Oh yeah! Oh, it's a decay monster. Very long range when it comes to its attack moves. Okay. Attack. Alright, so it screams before doing a string. Got it. What would make you do it? What do you want as environment? Wait, what's a... Do you mean like as a reward? Or something like that? According to Seb, this boss would be a cutie. Of course. Grunge, you know, I am someone who just sees the good in people and monsters. I just see the beauty of our world. But that is a callback to a Grunge stream this weekend where Grunge was playing Resident Evil 3, fighting... I don't know what it was, to be honest. A monster, a cutie. Yeah, we are dealing quite a lot of damage here. But it's just a matter of like learning the movesets, I feel like. Well, amongst other things. I wonder how you avoid that attack in particular. You can't dodge it and you can't outrange it. But Grunge, I didn't catch like the end of that stream. Ah! Okay, you can't like run around his attack either. How far have you gotten into Resident Evil, and how, like, in comparison to Resident Evil 2, how would you rate it? Okay, we do need to compare our weapons real quick. You can, okay. So you can use the Aegis in order to avoid the charge attack. Very good, very good. We're still learning the fight. We're still learning the fight. He's gonna do a string here. 3 hits. Keep attack, got it. Okay, third time. Oh. Ah! Yeah, my bad. Completely my fault. I mistimed that dodge. Completely my fault. I take full responsibility for that death. Really, my phone fucked it. I see. Hopefully encouragement. I see. That is what you intended to write. Got it. I don't know, stress test. I genuinely don't know, cause the very idea of bungee jumping has not occurred to me. So I don't know what I would like in as a reward in response. I would have to think about it for a second. There's one cutie that doesn't want to leave me alone in RE3. I wonder if that would be the Mr. X kind of enemy. Because I am correct, right? That there is like a Mr. X type of enemy that like keeps chasing you around the map. I won't spoil too much in case you play it at some point. I did play it on Sunday and earlier today as well. I'm about 70% done according to chat, so maybe next stream would be the end, hopefully. Wait, what do you mean hopefully? Aren't you enjoying yourself? You and all the cuties. Okay, but well, I guess I haven't like seen every single stream, so I don't really like know how much you have played. But I feel like you started the game not too long ago, right? Maybe it's a bit shorter than Resident Evil 2. Well, there might be like different routes come to think of it, like you know the Claire route versus Leon route. So there might be like that kind of system as well. 1, 2, and 3. Maybe we find a goth mummy. Alright, press test. If you find a goth mummy, then at least then I at least have to think about it, no? You can actually outrange that attack. The fact that I'm decayed is very annoying. Getting decay resistance is absolutely very important in this fight. Either that or just, you know, don't take damage. Dude, Agent is so good in this fight. Especially against that attack. Well, in particular due to that attack. Dude, I take so much decay damage. It's insane. Okay, this is absolutely something I need to like figure out how to deal with. Such a long delay for that attack. Alright, this is definitely a boss that's gonna have a phase 2. I promise. Right. If you just take a full volley of vomit, then you're just dead. Alright, good to know. He's not as scary, but he is much more clingy than Mr. X. Yeah, from the few moments I watched of him specifically, he seems to be extremely fast. As in, he will get up and just start grabbing you, like as soon as he sees you. Mr. X was at least like power walking. He was like, alright, I know I'm gonna get you eventually, so I'm just gonna take my time. This new Mr. X is like Usain Bolt, like just going full throttle against you. Personally, I need to have the bungee jump paid for and a monster for me to take a bungee jump. To be honest, you probably could ask for more, Ploper. I feel like you could definitely get a better deal than that. It's indeed shorter, but because I played standard on R2 and a hardcore on R3, it will still be kind of the same length. Okay, what was that? Was that planned beforehand? You're like, all right, I need a game for this many streams. Okay, how should we get this going? Oh yeah, of course, I can just play on the harder difficulty. I need to start seeking. A green monster isn't so green per se. True, but I feel like now we're just discussing semantics, just the peculiars of the fight, the details. I help you look, but if I can't find a girl for myself, then how can I hope to find a girl for someone else? Wait, there is a quote for that, isn't it? It's like a Marvel quote. I guide others to treasures I can't possess myself, or something like that. It does look like me in the morning before my coffee. Well, that's a mental image. It's just that monster, and then you just take your glasses, and then there you go. That's grunge in the morning. Seth needs a goth mommy, and Ploper needs a Plopy girl. That's the thing, Ploper. You have been looking in the wrong places. You need a Ploper girl. Plopiella or something like that. By the way, there's punishment time, so I need to make some punishment. But this is good. We're learning something about each other here. I think it's easier to find people for others. Is it? Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been a wingman ever. Or have I? I don't think I have, no. It's easier to hype someone else up than yourself. Dude, I think that depends on who you are as a person. But yeah, if you're like the kind of person who is very like wary of being considered to be arrogant, right? Then yeah, like doing something that even remotely resembles bragging is something that's gonna be very difficult for you to do. That's not to say that you brag in order to find a partner. I'm not saying that, but yeah, hopefully my point got across. Machete said play hardcore since standard was not as difficult as I still had quite a bit of resources, as they encouraged me that I could do hardcore, and apparently after you complete the first playthrough you unlock 2 more difficulties higher than hardcore. Nightmare and Inferno. Interesting. What does that mean? Like, is it just like a way to increase the health of the enemies, or does something else happens if you play, let's say, Inferno difficulty? So for this fight in particular, I probably should use like some sort of decay resistant potion or something. But I still feel like I'm still learning the fight. So before I start using up resources and just wasting them, let's try to like let's do a couple more attempts just to like get the feel of the moveset. Because I don't think this is like a super difficult boss. At least not the first phase. So like, and as long as I keep distance like this, I should be able to always well, stay safe. Third one, always difficult. All the changes. Crap! I lost the part I was reading. Well, hold that thought. I'll be back to you soon. Like, I just got like, I didn't feel like that hits me. But what do I know? Time to dodge. My bad. What? Did I drop the shield? I definitely put up the shield. Maybe I like put it down before before him making contact with me. Alright, that was a very bad attempt. Alright. Nightmare mode. Unlocked by completing the game on hardcore. This ramps up the challenge by shuffling item placement, changing the enemy spawn location, making nemesis much more aggressive. Health regeneration no longer applies. There's health regeneration in hardcore? Interesting. Inferno mode, the absolute hardest difficulty, unlocked after beating Nightmare. It takes all the changes from Nightmare mode and turns up the heat significantly. Enemies are even more aggressive and it completely removes autosaves. Yikes. The typewriters for manual saves are also placed much further apart, punishing every mistake. I don't think those difficulty modes would be something for me. But I am low-key surprised that there is a health regeneration system when playing, at least playing hardcore. That's news to me. I can tell you everything wrong with me, every trait that is bad with me, but my friends will put them on a pedestal. Because they deserve to be there. I feel like when you say like every single bad trait and stuff like that, okay, I can't say this for sure, but I feel like not everyone would agree with either A, those traits being bad, or B, those traits even being there in the first place. Because when I think about stress tests, like I'm not getting like bad traits popping up in my head, right? But again, it's like depending on who you are as a person, right? Like what you're focusing on, what is considered difficult for you and stuff like that. We are our toughest critics. Again, I agree, but it also depends on who you are as a person. I'm back. Welcome back, Sally Cutie. And I was just watching someone do Nightmare mode and no hit run. Wait, isn't that spoilers? I'm drawing right now. What are you drawing, Sally Cutie? I can name every bad thing about me, and I have no friends to put on a pedestal. Oh no, Plope. Wait, what the hell are you talking about, Ploper? You're here, right? You're here. I can't be on your pedestal. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Inferno, no hit run. And Seven, hello Seven, hello to you, Lucius. Thank you so much for tuning in, Lucius. I think you know where we are, right? Based on the entrance to to this arena. She was at the start, so it was no spoilers. Okay, got it. I mean, I wouldn't blame you at all, Grunch. I wouldn't say that would invalidate anything. I'm drawing characters. Okay, I don't understand. Something is wrong with my aim issue. It worked just like a second ago, like the best counter, but now it doesn't work anymore. I'm not sure what has happened. I'm trying to only head against this boy. I've already got them, and maybe this might be like, I don't know, my 4th attempt or 5th attempt, something like. What I'm saying is we have basically just started this fight. So we're definitely still in the learning phase. Absolutely. That is what I want to see. That is exactly what I expected. Alright. Yeah, as you can see, I'm very much I'm not in the zone. Let's put it that way. We're still learning. And we haven't, dude, we're not even close to seeing a phase 2. Okay. That makes me happy, but I do not understand it. My point was just that it's easier to say nice things about others than myself. What? Okay, when you say it's easier to say nice things about others, is it because you feel like you're not like bragging, but instead giving compliments, or is it that you don't, like you literally wouldn't know what to say if you would say something good about yourself? And Seb, you were watching me, but then again, will you even remember what you watched by the time you get to playing it? I think I will remember. I will remember the cuties. All right, those I will remember, because that was like a very like tricky enemy that you had to like overcome. You had to like strategize, right? So I think I will remember those. But other than like I intentionally try to not listen when you want a cutscene, for instance, because I don't want to get spoiled. So I don't know anything about the story. I'll say that. Just characters. I'm taking inspo from Pinterest. I see. Haven't gotten to second phase yet. Yeah, exactly. I get to see the almost full experience of my favorite base game boss. The only thing I miss was the initial reaction. There wasn't really much to the reaction, I don't think. It was just, yeah, a spaghetti monster. Then we were like, okay, all right, there we go, a spaghetti monster. All right. The one thing that I will say about this boss that annoys me is how easy it is to get the case status from it. But other than that, it feels to be like, I don't know, a fairly normal boss. Maybe chomp me with his tentacles, I think. I don't understand the AG shield. It feels like it's so random when it decides to work. Sometimes it does exactly what I want it to, and sometimes it does literally nothing. I feel like there's some sort of mechanic here that I'm not understanding. And I've also learned that the barf attack is really, really dangerous when it comes to getting the decay status. So like if I can avoid getting close to him, I will avoid. That was actually bad. I don't understand the AG shield, and it's annoyed me a lot that I don't understand it. That time it worked! I mean, I keep saying it, like it's super inconsistent. Like, well, it's either inconsistent or like I'm just not getting something. Yeah, the AG shield, man. Because it's such a good arm to use during this fight. Assuming it does what you intended to. It's a lot of I don't know what to say that is positive about me, but also that I feel like I'm doing something really bad if I'm saying something about myself. Okay, so it's like almost like a combination of these two options that I put out. I do not feel like I'm bragging, more like doing something wrong and will get yelled at. Oh, so okay, wait, so it's not quite what I said. You will get yelled at. That I feel very weird, because have you ever like been in a situation where you have gotten yelled at for just talking about yourself, that is? That I find or maybe it's just, you know, I don't know, your I don't know, subconscious that's working against you. Like maybe you know that is something that won't actually happen, but you know you can't help to think about it, right? It could be something like that. Made a guy femme and is making the girl mask-ish. I'm still drawing the girl. Is it a couple you're drawing? If I remember correctly, when you're writing poetry, Selakuri, you like to write like romantic poetry, right? Ajax work normal attacks, but you basically need to treat it as a parry for red attacks. Oh, that is what's happening. I see. Oh, okay, so it's a timing thing. Because it's so good against the charge attack. Well, okay, but I guess I've just timed it correctly every time before. I see. That was the most positive one here, so I hope at some point you don't feel bad about speaking positive about it. This I agree with. And thank you, Grant, for pointing it out. Yeah, Stress is a very like positive person, very cheerful, very happy. Well, you're always like happy. Okay. To have you around. I'm struggling to make a point. So I'm fighting the boss at the same time. Of course, the same goes for everyone. I adore you all, absolutely. But Stress says is indeed a very cheerful, positive person. You can probably like find opportunities to charge attacks in his string. But I still don't quite understand. Yeah, okay. I see, Lucius. I see what I'm doing wrong. I'm way too early when it comes to using the AG shield. Got it. All right, I'm learning. Knowledge gain. Should know about the fourth attack. Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay. Knowledge gain. I like this. He's gonna bend. Oh no, he's gonna do that. Right, fair enough. Yeah! Monster of the swamp! I'm the monster here, baby! Yeah, alright. Find out. Alright, find out. Let's jump in. The only bad thing is that I will eventually run out of Legion charge, so I probably need to make like an adjustment eventually. Oh, it keeps back. Yeah, this will probably not be the attempt either, but at the very least, that attack is really difficult to avoid. This guy has 3 days, dude. Okay, yeah, we're completely out of AG charges now, so from this point onwards, we'll have to exactly do normal parries. Yeah, mistimed it. Very good attempt, though. Very good attempt. Best attempt so far. I think we're very close to unlocking phase 1 here. So close. Very decent attempt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're learning. They're almost like the best thing about Souls games, right? Learning the fight, like seeing like how I don't know, the puzzle unfolds. I read that. I strongly advise learning the parry timing for his charge red attack. I agree with you because I am technically parrying it. It's just that I'm using the AG shield instead of my weapon, right? But it like the timing is the same, so I should probably just parry it. You're very right about that. My mother has always been poking around in psykisk misshandel. My brain went poof for the translation. Okay, now that I'm reading the Swedish word, I'm also having troubles actually translating it. But like, I don't know, like psychological attacks essentially from your mother. If that's the case, first I'm extremely sorry to hear that. Like that is all, like, you never want anyone to like make fun of you, like poke holes in your like mental defenses or whatever. But especially not like someone like your mother, right? Because they're gonna be around like for a while. But that would explain why you have this aversion, I guess, to saying positive things, because you have like been I don't know, trained essentially to not do it. It could be a previous experience where there was a negative reaction to you speaking positively. Yeah, exactly like this. Yeah, exactly. Because there's a reason for why we do things we do. They laugh after the parry. Almost evil. Maybe I'm the villain here. It's not wrong to feel positive about yourself. You're a beautiful person, and that's speaking of your personality. I'm a teen. I've dealt with a lot of negative shit, but then I started talking positive about my body and other people's bodies. I know a few people who doesn't like the thighs or bellies. I felt the same. And then I started talking positively about my own things. It made me happy. And other people was happy that I found happiness in myself. Yes! Dude, I'm very happy that you're writing this, Stella Cutie. I am extremely happy that that we're like uplifting, right, to each other. I don't know, do what we can, right, to make others feel like home, feel I don't know, safe, comfortable with who they are, and learning that who you are as people is fine, it's good, it's great, it's amazing. So yeah, very much enjoy the uplifting nature. God, I love this boss fight so much. We get positivity from so many different sources. Boss fights, each other, I don't know, something else. Should check your consumables and add to hotbar. Some take away status ailment, others give you more legion, others gives you more fable. Right. To be honest, I've done the entire game without using any consumables. Well, aside from healing potions, of course. So it's gonna be like super weird for me to start using consumables. But let me at least do like a couple attempts. Pull up your stock 7 log in. Exactly. That is on the agenda, Grudge. Okay, and now I'm gonna try to learn to parry that attack. But I wonder if the Aegis shield might have a better parry window. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Okay, I should have made that attack. That one. Right, so I think I could learn to parry that particular attack. That wasn't a better one this time. I like running away after like a string like that because I know that he wants to use like warp attacks or tentacle attacks, which will give me a lot of decay. Okay, my bad. You can also like low-key, you'll see him like shaking his head like that, right? Totally, my bad, completely my bad. I probably need a decay potion on my hotbar, if nothing else. Because just getting decayed once is essentially just you giving up on the fight. Like you will not recover from that. I'm gonna put the decay potion on the bar. Otherwise, this is gonna take forever, dude. I wish I was that strong. I'm proud of you, and thank you, Lilith, for your nice word. I think you did it again there, stress test. You know, putting up others instead of, I don't know, acknowledging your good qualities, right? Well, you didn't. you didn't anti-acknowledge them, but hopefully that makes sense. I love this community so much. It has such good vibes and filled with such nice and amazing people. I think so too. And I'm happy you're part of it as well, Family for Energy, as well as everyone watching and or chatting. Yeah, you're right, but she's hiding somewhere in your mind. You just have to put in the work to find her, and you will all in your own time, of course. Yes. I wish you the best. I still struggle with my mental health, and I still feel disgusted by myself every time I see my scars. But I do my best to focus on the good things, even when my mind tells me I should die. And you can talk to me anytime. I know I'm just a teen and life hasn't fully kicked me down yet, but I will do my best to support you and everyone. That's the thing, right? I know that you and Stress Test has talked before, at least in the chat. And I feel like you have at many times related to each other. I mean, there's an age difference for sure, but Stress Test can, of course, see herself in you, at least to a certain extent, by you know, reminding herself about who she was as a person, right? Because this might be hard to believe, but all of us that are old has at some point been a teen, you know, ourselves. Some of us have gone through similar struggles that you have. Some might haven't. But it makes it a bit easier to talk to people, despite the age gap, you know. The decay is insane. It is indeed, and I did say to put it on my bar here, so let's see if I remember how to do it. Here we go. Remove decay. Yeah, this is the potion I need. Alright, so at least now we have one. Might be that I was chasing another high as the Romeo boss gave me my first time. Decent boss, just not my favorite point in the game. I just feel like I had an unneeded amount of health. Oh, it, as in the monster. 140 deaths, which means that punishment is upon us. This time we're doing squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I guess this gives rise to like a general question. And I feel like the answer to this question is something that differs quite a lot from gender to gender, male to female. And I don't know how non-binaries relate to this, but maybe you'll help us out here, Zelda Cutie. Whenever you are feeling down, do you talk to someone to like, I don't know, pick yourself up? Do you feel like you have someone to talk to? Because in my experience, I might be wrong here, and men tend to not do this. But women, well, I guess they do it. And I'm not necessarily saying that either way is better or worse. But at least now, most of us, or some of us, are being very uplifting, which I think is very good. So I'm wondering if you have like this like uplifting force in general, right? Excellent form. Can't hear your knees no more. I can hear them. At least I can feel them. Perks of aging. Thank you, Grunge and Zelda. You're both amazing people. The health argument is interesting, because his total health is roughly only 10% higher than Champion's Victor health. I wonder if it felt much more to you. Oh, is it higher than Victor's health? I low-key feel like it's lower, but we haven't seen phase 2 yet. I'm sorry for bringing the chat down. I didn't want to do that. I don't think you have brought the chat down. How can you bring the chat down when we have and that deals quite a lot of damage. How can you bring the chat down when we have a boss fight to fight? Best attempt so far, indeed, indeed. Might be that swap from trying to decide since it looked cool my first playthrough. Like, trying to pick up a new weapon by or learning a new weapon by going through a boss fight, I feel like would be like the most difficult way to learn a new weapon, because you're putting yourself in like the hardest position right away. I know the feeling. I felt the same when talking about myself. We want to help. Yes. I'm gonna be honest. The monster is a bit cute with the eyes. Dude, I also noted the eyes the first time we saw it. Right? Okay, stress test. At least we are similar in this way. We try to see the positives in life, in other beings. My partner is female-born non-binary. They never talked to others until they met me and became a persistent asshole pushing for them to talk. Now they basically rush to me to talk. I feel like Lucius. I'm just guessing here, but I assume that you were persistent, being like, this is good for you. It's good for you to talk. And when they eventually like started opening up, that's you know when. All the feelings and all the words just came pouring out, like opening a flood, essentially. My bad. I'm not gonna take it. Bad stuff. Bad stuff. Raw thoughts here. As much as uplifting people are to you, I think part of you will always believe that people are obliged to be nice, and unfortunately a lot of people can use your vulnerability against you. Of course. And I agree with you that this is probably a reason, or this is also depending from people to people, but one of the reasons why you sometimes feel scared to share things about yourselves is because you don't know if this is gonna bite you in the ass, you know, in the long run, you know? It might not necessarily be from the person you are currently, like, opening up to. But you never know, right? If something eventually will come back and bite you in the ass, and you don't want that. Especially when it comes to your, like, deepest vulnerabilities. It's an absolutely adorable bean, 100%. I'm not the person that talks about my feelings to people I know IRL, mostly because I know some people are oversharing it about themselves. Interesting. So in that sense, you do have people you talk to selectively, but it's just internet people. That is very interesting. Like, I can't say it's a good thing or a bad thing necessarily, because you do, like, low-key avoid the issue of having whatever you say being turned against you. But at the same time, I don't know, you might feel isolated maybe in real life. I'm focusing way too much there about, like, consumables. Oh well. I'm back. I need to go out with my dog. What are we talking about? We are talking about, I guess, loosely about the boss fight. But other than that, I don't know. Talking, I guess, in general. As in, how it feels to, I don't know, divulge your truest feelings about yourself and about the world. And I don't know, if you have someone there to be uplifting and pick you up if you're feeling down, I suppose. I'm happy now with my personal body. Well, hold up. I'm gonna try to focus a little bit on the fight now, at the very least. always avoided those attacks before. What has happened to me? Good attack. Oh. This is actually the first time we got a death roll. Or a fatal attack, I think they got in this game, but whatever. I'm just gonna do this, just to see phase 2. This might not have been the smartest choice, but at least we're gonna see phase 2. So we're doing this now without a fatal art. Well, Spaghetti Monster will get some armor. Eyes are still there. I'm not sure if it's a cute anymore. Pop it up. Alright. So I assume the moveset is in completely new now. That's insane. Yeah, alright. Yeah, the moveset is definitely new. The moveset is absolutely new. Oh, that's a grab. Ah, I was going in with the aegis. Like I was intended to block with the aegis. Okay, but that's a grab attack. All right, that just well, that was doomed from the start. That was doomed from the start. But best attempt thus far. Best attempt thus far. Look any familiar to you? The mustache, is this the police officer boss that you fought very early on in the game? On a happier note, with my personal body and gender identity, when I was on scout camp last weekend, I was wearing a loose t-shirt and shorts, and a kid asked me if I was a guy or a girl, and it made me so happy. I also taught 9 and 10-year-olds what being gay is. I assume, like, the funny thing about that, Cutie, is that for most people, being asked that, well, I say most people, now I'm severely exaggerating here, but for some people, being asked that question is like literally like an insult. But if you're non-binary, I mean, that means that like you're doing something right, right? You're like, right, I'm trying to be, like, I feel like I'm someone in the middle of between these two genders. Hence, I shouldn't be identified with either one, and that just happened to you, right? Mission accomplished. Remember to use your special fire grindstone. Oh, that is a good idea. I did use it a little bit in the first phase, but yeah, I need to do that again. I need to help the kid. Yeah, good luck with kid. And a lot of my friends that venting works for them, but for me, I self-isolate and speak to myself since I prefer self-analysis versus the sympathy that comes from venting. I've tried venting to friends and psychologists, both are a no so far. This is interesting, Grunge. This is interesting. So hopefully it's okay if I'm treating you like a case study here, okay? Do you... Okay, I... First and foremost, like, what is it like to go to a psychologist and then, like, not vent... Well, I guess you have tried venting, but it like, you felt like it didn't work for you. Fair enough. But do you feel like your approach works? Like, okay, I wonder if my question even makes sense. As you're pointing out, a lot of people feels really good about talking to others, and I feel like this is a very natural thing, right? We are social creatures, hence socializing with others in various aspects is, you know, something that comes natural to us. And also when it comes to, like, I don't know, sharing about our problems and our thoughts and stuff like that. But if you're not one of these people that likes to vent to others and instead do something else, in this case you say self-isolate and speak to myself. Is that like in a literal sense? But what do you think about the results? I guess this is the core of my questions. Do you feel like this approach that you're doing, it might not be the best approach, but compared to the alternatives, this is how I want to approach, I guess, life? Or I don't know, is it something else? Ding ding ding. It's indeed possessing the body of the scrap. Yeah, the scrap watchman. Yes. Dude, the only name of the bosses that I know of is the Romeo, because he's my favorite boss fight thus far. But yes, the policeman, the strapped watchman. Yes, I think that's the only boss we fought with a mustache, right? I remember being misgendered. That's still Loki's thing. It's because I'm a lanky, long-haired dude. That's exactly my point, right? If you're a non-binary, that's a compliment. But if you're not, well, then that can be considered an insult. I guess, I don't know, the moral of the story might be to just do your best to not misgender people, maybe. I don't know if there is even like an actual moral of the story. I've been thinking, and I might be getting fluid, but since most of you stay there. I think I've said it before, but like someone who's like a gender conformist, I very like seldom, if ever, like think about my gender. But I assume if you're not a gender conformist, it's I don't know, something that I guess occupies your mind a bit more. So the psychologist ended up venting to me, and I still oh, dude. Sorry for laughing, but that dude, that is like the genius capitalist psychiatrist. He or she is like, all right, my approach isn't working, but at least we're gonna get something out of this session. If it isn't grunge, it's gonna be me. Oh man. Oh, where did we left off during last session? Oh yeah, I was talking about my marriage or something. I don't know, but I don't know. I've been misgendered too. I still remember it and laugh about it. Sorry, just got back. Welcome back. Yeah, I guess we're still discussing all manner of weirdness life can throw at you. Thus far, this attempt has been great. You just need to be patient with the barf attack, because I like going actually attacking the boss when he's barfing. I feel like it is very, very dangerous. Whenever he's shaking his head, you know that means that the tentacle attack is gonna come out. Or a barf attack. The fact that he's shaking his head as like a sign of attacking is really, really useful. Wait, am I misgendering the green monster by just assuming it's a key? Maybe I'm part of the problem. Maybe I am the villain. Ah, too early. My bad. Too early. Too early. Too early. With a non-binary person in chat. Cancel. Yeah. Because bring the Twitter mob on me. I'm ready for it. This attempt is going really well. Well, I say that. I've still lost like some health potion. Like, don't get me wrong. Fuck! I shouldn't have said anything. I should not have said anything. Oh well, but at least we know we can get to phase 1. That at least, if nothing else, fills me with confidence. All right. So far, so good. Keep using until it's not good enough anymore. I mean, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. And that's I guess the important part. Finding a system that works, right? There's a streamer other than you, Big for 12 minutes, and at first she and her husband thought I was a dude. I thought that was really funny. I have a habit as well of just assuming that everyone is a dude as well. And I know that that's wrong. I really shouldn't do it. But I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because, like, most people I like hang out with, like, in real life are dudes, and maybe I just assume that all people are dudes just because of that fact. Or maybe it's because we're all gamers, and well, at least when I grew up, like, being a gamer was very much a thing guys did, right? Even though that's of course not the case anymore, which is a good thing. I wouldn't be so well. Your name is Zelda Cutie. For me, I mean, Zelda is a girl's name. So yeah, I probably thought you were a girl. I think the first time I saw your name. I mean, I think it's very hard to, like, know if someone is non-binary just based on the name at the very least. The hard part is still keep looking for the one that I guess works for you. But at some point you want to save money and your mental health. And of course my client trauma dump on the regular when they come in to do hair. So I low-key feel like I give off your secrets are safe with me vibes. Oh, that is so interesting. That vibe is being, like, transferred onto a psychiatrist. Don't misgender the monster, objectify it. I mean, there's might be something to it. I mean, yeah, in your line of work, like being, what's it called? Like a hairdresser, like a stylist. I feel like you eventually learn about every single problem a human being can experience, right? Eventually. So maybe at some point, like, you're just used to all of it, and like your own understanding of human emotions is just second to none, essentially. I thought it was funny when I joined the chat. Lilith said, based on your name, I think I know you. Do you mean based on my name? I was given a stressed impression. It's the second part of your name, stress test. The test part. I don't know why, but I think I've seen it before, maybe. Punishment time, by the way. 145 deaths. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. A fresh 5 new lives to throw at this boss. Oh boy. This is true, I don't know yet, but one day I will self-introspect and figure out and figure it out. Maybe somehow undo the lesson. Wait, lesson what? Being someone that people can trauma dump to. Is that something you don't want I don't know, to be? I mean, it could be exhausting, so I wouldn't blame you for that. I wasn't non-binary then, but now I don't mind if you use a he for me. I don't mind any pronoun now, but they, them, he, him. I prefer if people don't use she, her. Okay. I literally don't know any other non-binary person other than you, Cell of Duty. So I do my best to well, not misgender as much as I can. That being said, my coffee has been slurped, so it's time for me to catch some C's. Keep poking and let's say sales and 7 chat. Same back to you, Grunge. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And enjoy your coffee. You know, I don't think so. Well, I know your real name, and you're not the only person with your real name that I know. But Tess specifically as a nickname, I think you're the only one that uses it. I'm not entirely sure though, like not 100%. Impression was my name, Clover. Oh, dude, that is a really good question. But at the moment, I am so biased, right? Because I know about the floor, right? But in terms of your gender, I think I would like ascribe it as like a masculine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would use it as a masculine name. But again, like I am very biased because I've known you for quite a while now, Clover, right? Vibe my name has. Oh, that's a... it's like I know it gives the same kind of vibe as I don't know a MacGuffin or a doohickey. I don't know, like it's like a word that is very expressive and at the same time not very expressive. It's like a word you say when you don't really know what to say, but you want to fill the silence. Then you just you cloak with it, you know. When that kid asked if I were a guy or a girl, I obviously said that he should guess. He just stared at me confused, and some younger girls I was talking with said, she's a girl, obviously. And I just shrugged and said, depends. They're doing some aura farming, do you? Say like here, I approve. I completely approve. Plop is a word more than 1,000 other words, but of no definition. Exactly. And I feel like your name gives off those vibes, okay? You can always say cloak. In every context, in every sentence, saying cloak or clover will always be appropriate. It will never be a wrong thing to say. will say that phase 1 is like low-key kind of enjoyable. Not easy by enemies. I wouldn't want to say that it's easy because we've only made it to phase 2 once. But enjoyable nonetheless. Oh, that's bad. I'm so not used to using consumables. So just like managing my inventory in of itself is like it's difficult. I'm kind of throwing here towards the end. I'm not gonna lie. Second time we reach phase 2. We are definitely making progress in this boss fight. That is for sure. Okay, now my name. Given that the first part of your name is stress, I think you can figure out the kind of vibes that the name gives. My grandma died yesterday. I'm so plopy. What? But is it wrong though, Ploper? Is it wrong though? That's the question you have to ask yourself. It might not be the best thing you can say, but is it wrong? Like, it might not be the worst thing you can say either. That you're a ploper who likes plope stuff. Yeah, there you go. A proper plope is a word of great value. It means more than any other word in that long definition. It's just is and that is it. No grand definition, but more meaning than you might think. Exactly. And to think that there's only one true Ploper in the universe. And we are blessed with that Ploper being in the chat right now. Now, the annoying thing about phase 2 is the fact that we don't know anything about the moveset. That was a parry. That was a parry! No one can take that away from me! I just parried the boss! Oh, and that I like. So, okay, we know where we're at with this boss fight. We need to get to phase 2. And we need to start learning the actual moveset in phase 2. I just got done with my drawing. BRB. Alright. Well, you know what we'll be up to once you're back, Selicutie. Alright. But, okay. If we can get to the point where we're able to do phase 1 consistently, then I feel like we're in a very, very good spot. It's very different to the previous boss we did, Champion Victor. Yeah, Champion Victor. Because at least when we got to phase 2, Champion Victor like kept some of his moves, whereas this boss like essentially becomes something completely different. I misjudged the distance there. Dude, he really likes doing this particular attack now. Yeah, phase 1 is feeling really good at the moment. Yeah, this is back-to-back phase 2. I think we're done with phase 1, y'all. I think this is now a phase 2 stream, okay? Very good, very good. Progress is being made. Let's go. Hell yes. Alright, we don't get me wrong, there's still a lot to learn here. There's still a lot to learn, but at least we're making progress. Okay, he does. Interesting. Ooh. I don't know what this attack is all about, but let's just keep our distance. Ooh, that hurt. Quite a bit, actually. No! Oh, grab attack. Yeah, I deserve that. Oh, fire grindstone, yes! Oh, okay. I need to remember, dude. For whatever reason, using consumables in this game in particular is something that doesn't come naturally to me. I'm like, well, that depends if you're counting the Aegis arm to be a consumable or not. No dying aloud. Sorry, Diesel. I guess I've been a naughty boy 148 times. Well, at least I'm getting some punishment. But Diesel, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you're doing great on this glorious Monday. As you can see, we are enjoying ourselves quite a bit, dying over and over again. Oh crap! I looked at my bad. Can you swim? It is in fact a question everyone has been asked today, if you can swim or not. We are doing like an informal study, I could say. I know I should be using the Fable Orb a lot, but the reason why I'm not using it is because like I feel like I could find a better opportunity to use it, I guess, like later on in the fight. I'm back. Welcome back, Zilla Cutie. Thus far, I review this answer. That is okay. You don't have to answer. The reason why we started asking people about if they can swim or not is because I just realized today that there are some countries where you're not like being taught how to swim in like PE class. And that is very alien to me as a Swede, because in Sweden, you have to learn how to swim in middle school. So that the fact that like some people don't know how to swim is like sort of like an alien concept to me. But I learned that me being Swedish is making me biased. We are out of healing. We're not even in phase 2 yet. Not the best phase 1 I've ever done. I will say this. I low-key was in a flow, and I feel like I've lost it. I've lost the flow. What do you think about the name Rowan? There is a sketch channel on YouTube called Viva la Dirt League, I think, and they have a character called Rowan. So I can't hear the name Rowan without thinking about that character, and that character is like, I don't know, essentially an asshole. But that name has been essentially ruined for me, one could say, due to said show. Alright, let's go again. I'm gonna do my best to like be in the flow. Just learn to be one with the game. Too bad his top mate ain't a weapon to throw. Oh, dude, that would be cool. Like, what is he called in Mortal Kombat? Kung Lao, I think. But instead of having like a saw, instead of having like a saw hat, you have a top hat. So it's like a blunt weapon. Oh, really like these damn attack, dude. Head shake? Yeah, my bad. I should have noticed that earlier. My bad, my bad. Alright, phase two. Phase two. We'll take those. We take those. We take those. Ultimate got your message. Bit of an asshole iron. I like the name and I might change my name to it or tell people to call me that. I see. Maybe you should watch the sketch channel first. But of course, don't let just like a random, I don't know, YouTube channel ruin a name for you. This time I have the grindstone on, for sure. No one can deny. Fuck! Okay, the one thing that's really bad about consumables, at least for me, is that I'm just trying to like sort my consumables mid-fight, and that's making me, well, do stupid things. That was a really bad phase 2. Oh well. How are your cooking skill from 1 to 10, 7? I feel like we don't use a recipe during the cooking stream. It would be pretty funny. Oh, don't even say, don't even think about that question, family friendly G. I would say that I'm a solid like 3 or 3 or 4 when it comes to cooking. Stop swearing. It's not nice to swear while there are kids in this motherfucking chat. Oh, fuck, Bloper, I'm fucking sorry. Dude, I should stop fucking swearing so much. Damn. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, I'm gonna do fucking better from this point onwards. I'll tell you this. We do love us about that actually giving us difficulty. That is true. I will say. It's a very it's a very, I don't know, nice phase 1. Like, I'm dying. Like, don't get me wrong, I am dying. But it is low-key, kind of a nice fight. It's just that I have so little knowledge surrounding phase 2, so we're... It's essentially like you're starting from scratch when you get to phase 2. Yes. Well, at least phase 1. I don't know that much about phase 2 yet to give like a proper answer. But from what I've seen, yes. How fucking dare you sway in this family-friendly environment? That is true. I'm being a very naughty boy here. This is outrageous. Yeah. Those attacks went okay. I really truly feel like we have completely beaten this boss phase 1. This is the real part of the fight now. You know phase 2 better than you think. I wonder if it's because he's using the moveset from the Watchman. But the thing is, I don't really remember the moveset of the Watchman. I still find it weird to hear you swear. Yeah, as you might know, I don't swear, or well, still don't swear whenever I'm home, as in home with my parents. Which is probably why it's weird for you, in particular, to hear me swear. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think nature names for non-binary people in those who stupid. Like I get the concept nature doesn't have a gender, but I think names like Sky, Rain, Ocean, etc. It's just my opinion. It's not my opinion, but I think that sounds cringe. Dude, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, I had no idea that was a thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with consumables. I'm just gonna focus on the fight. I think this is, you know, the best use of my time here. Why you want to stagger him. Okay, I got it. That knowledge gain. Knowledge gain. That's a grab attack. Yeah, alright. Ah, the delayed tentacle. Shouldn't have dodged. Oh, I realized I didn't do punishment for 150 deaths. Oh well. Alex is unisex, but it's close enough. I feel like that would be like a natural, I don't know, source of names. Why the fuck are you being so goddamn stubborn with your fucking swear? You should watch your fucking mouth. Better, damn it. Dude, I'm so fucking sorry, Lucius. I'm gonna do fucking better. I promise you. If you search on Google for non-binary names, like the first they will suggest like nature team names. I see. Well, knowledge gained on the non-binary name front. All right. Listen, I have some bad news. I have some bad news, y'all. We're not gonna beat this fight today. We're not beating this fight today, and the reason why is because it's time to end the stream. It's that time already. Yes, Unfortunately, it is the case. Why the fuck are you leaving us? I'm sorry. GG indeed. I don't want to name like Alex, Jordan, Sam, or Taylor. I don't like them, but I think they're too popular. In that case, you should come up with a completely new name, like a name that no one has ever used. Like Madsen. I'm kidding. How could you betray us like this? Well, funny you mentioned that, Family for Energy. Because there's always light at the end of the tunnel, as you can clearly see. Because we will be back tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time, where we will start the next stream from this point, right here, right now. And I promise you, the green monster will meet his demise, or its demise, dude. Gender's hard. So please drop a follow if you want to be notified when we go live again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central European Summertime. My phone is dying, so thank you all for today and for all the nice words. Same back to you, Stresses. Thank you so much for being here, as well as everyone else. See you all in the skies. W Progress, was a blast. Good stream and have a great day, everyone. Same back to you, Family for Energy. Everyone who has tuned in, chatting and or watching, thank you so much for tuning in today. And hopefully you are eager for what tomorrow brings. So with that being said, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good time. And I hope that we together can have some more good times, playing some games, streaming some streams. But until then, save it out.